Check it out, they go slide. Check it out, they go slide.
Hello, hello. It is EVGA Weekly. It's your boys. Who else but your boys?
Yep. Who else could it be?
Who else could it be now? So, what was that?
What was what? Why is there a chair? Oh, okay.
Move that chair out of there, man. That's not my chair. I'm across the room. Yeah. What was that? We watched. What was that?
That was, believe it or not, the 30 series graphics cards.
There you have it,
We
everyone.
can finally talk about it.
Ah,
So excited.
it was a surprise to me. I didn't know that's what we were doing. I was working on this card. I was like, what is this thing? Oh well, not my job to ask those questions. But
Yes.
yep, there it is. Have at you, everyone. I mean, you guys all probably have questions. So, I mean, I'll let Freeman answer.
We'll
what
try.
he will.
If I see a question in there, we'll certainly try to answer it. Not everything we can answer just yet. There is some stuff that is still under wraps, but if we are able to answer it, then certainly we'll try. Oh, aloha there.
Aloha.
So there was 3 cards announced: the RTX 3090, the 3080, and the 3070. And the 3090 has a code name of the BF GPU. Yes, I'm sure you guys all know what that means. Pre-orders. So there is no plans for pre-orders on these products. They will be available starting later this month for the 3090 and 3080, but no pre-orders at this moment. Pricing will be announced in the very near future. We're not quite ready to disclose pricing just yet. But if you watched the NVIDIA keynote with Jensen, I'm sure you saw him talk about the pricing of some of the products. So that's kind of where you'll see them line up. All right. Well, before we get to anything, I do want to mention that we do have a giveaway today. Oh, it's way over here. Okay, we're going to give away this Z10 RGB keyboard. The way that you can win is later on in the show, we'll have a secret word. We'll tell you what that secret word is later on, and then you can win. That's how it works.
Just that easy.
As easy as 1, 2, 3.
EVGA.com/EVGA Weekly. Be logged into your EVGA account. Get ready for that secret word, and when it's time, enter it in, and you're entered to win.
Yeah.
Just that easy.
All right, so let's talk enough talking about giveaways and stuff. Let's talk more about 30 series. So you want to flip the screen there?
Let's do this thing. Let's go.
All right. So the RTX, unless you were living under a rock, you guys know now that the RTX 3090, 3080, and 3070 are on the way. EVGA will have a full lineup of graphics cards for all 3 of these GPUs. And if we start with the 3090, so we're going to have a various different designs. And again, some of it we're not quite ready to disclose everything yet. But what I can tell you, a Kingpin is coming. There is an RTX 3090 Kingpin edition that is on the way. That's a picture of actually a render, but you can see what the card looks like right there. There's a few different things for the Kingpin lineup this year. For 2080 Ti, we had a hybrid card as well, and that was a 240 millimeter radiator. This time, we're going up to 360. So make sure you have a big enough case to support the Kingpin this time, because it is a 360 millimeter radiator on that guy. That should keep it nice and cool.
So there's 2 questions. One of them I can answer. The XC3 does have some RGB on it. The FTW3 has the mostest RGB.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mosterous. XC3 has a subtle RGB. And the one I can't answer, I'll have Freeman do it. Which ones are reference PCBs?
So I'll get to that in a second. Somebody just asked about ICX3. What's new? We'll talk about ICX3 in a little bit. Regarding reference PCBs, there is some confusion about this. There kind of is no reference PCB. If you're thinking of reference PCBs in the terms of the way the NVIDIA Founders card is, there is no EVGA card that is like the Founders card. That card is quite unique. The PCB shape is very unique. It's different. There is no card that is no EVGA card like that. However, there is a card that we would call reference design, and that would be the XC3 models. So yeah, keep that in mind.
What is the water block compatibility? That's a good one. Hydrocopper for that, right?
Yeah. So on the Kingpin card, so we have the Kingpin card. This uses a hybrid. We will have a hydrocopper Kingpin version as well with a water block on it. That's not actually this one here, but it'll be something similar to this. This is a hydrocopper that is going to be on the XC3 model. It has RGB lighting in it. It's compatible with, I mean, pretty much all of your kind of do-it-yourself water cooling kits. It's G1/4" threadings on there, which can fit in nicely with, you know, kind of your off-the-shelf do-it-yourself models. And then if we keep going down the line, this is the FTW3 hybrid model.
That's the one I've got my eyes on.
Yeah, so this is basically using the FTW3 card and PCB, and we put a hybrid cooler on it. Last generation, they were 120 millimeter radiators. Now they're 240. So keep that in mind.
240. Yeah, I might have to rethink some things.
Yeah, so 240 millimeters on the radiator on these gives it much more better heat dissipation. It'll run cooler. It'll keep the boost clock higher. So keep that in mind. For the hybrid this generation, there is no 120. There's 240 and there's 360. And then if we get to the air-cooled models, this is the FTW3 model. So you'll notice that this card actually, it looks different than most EVGA cards. It actually has full ARGB across the top here, which is controlled in EVGA Precision. Also along the side, if you guys saw the video, actually right here, this is ARGB, and even the back plate, we went back to the 10 series. You can't really see it in this picture, but right here, I think there is a, well, maybe not here, but right here, this is also configured from EVGA Precision. Kind of going back to the 10 series. If you guys remember 10 series, there was a light on the back plate as well.
Man, all these, there's a lot of technical questions coming in there that I don't want to mislead anyone with. Want to try to field any of these?
Well, I mean, if we can. I mean, I'll try. Does XC3, okay, so FTW3, this has the full ICX technology. That includes the additional sensors. So all the ICX sensors, if you guys remember, we have additional sensors on the PCB that allow you to monitor things like the VRM temperatures, the memory temperatures, GPU temperatures, of course, PCB temperatures. Those are all present on the FTW3 model. And we have a final model here that is called the XC3 model. This model has some of the ICX3 cooling benefits. We made a lot of improvements to the overall cooler to keep the temps lower and better heat dissipation. It does not have the sensors though, so if you want the sensors, then you need either the FTW3 model or the FTW3 hybrid or the Kingpin. Those ones will have all the additional sensors on there. But it'll still cool, fantastic. It still has a lot of the ICX3 tech in there. It just doesn't have the sensors. The other thing you might notice is that the card is a bit smaller than the FTW3. It still is 3 fans, so we have only 3 fans for this generation on the 3090. And it's a little bit smaller. It's not as tall. It's still about 11.2 inches long, and then the FTW3 is about 11.8 inches long, so just keep that in mind. Does hydrocopper have the sensors? The FTW3 model has the sensors, so there is an FTW3 hydrocopper that will have the sensors as well. What did I miss? Okay, so
a lot of questions. They're just flying through. I was like,
right.
I don't even know.
Is there going to be SC3 models that are closer to XC3 in appearance? There's no plans for any SC3 models at this time. This is pretty much the EVGA lineup as you see it on here. There is a few models that I mentioned to you guys that is not pictured, like the Kingpin hydrocopper and the FTW3 hydrocopper, but this is pretty much the EVGA lineup. Okay, this is there's some good questions here about the power connectors. Kingpin has 3 8-pin power connectors. So you may have noticed that NVIDIA is using a 12-pin power connector. EVGA is not actually using a 12-pin power connector for any of these. Actually, I totally forgot. Can you do me a favor? Can you get the 12-pin connector?
That cable? Yeah, I got it.
Okay, we have NVIDIA is using a 12-pin power cable, and we actually will be making an EVGA adapter to accommodate the Founders Edition card. However, keep in mind, none of the EVGA cards use this power connector. Only the Founders Edition does. So talking about the power connectors, will there be any dual fan 3070s? No plans right now. Power limits, can't talk about power limits just yet. So let's talk about the power connectors. Kingpin has 3 8-pin power connectors. The FTW3 models have 3 8-pin power connectors as well. There it is. And the XC3 models have 2 8-pin power connectors. So anything that's XC3 will have 2. The FTW3s have 3. Okay, going back to the Founders Edition card. So the Founders Edition has a pretty unique power connector. It's a 12-pin power connector. Inside the box for the Founders Edition, they will ship a dual 8-pin to a 12-pin power connector.
Do you want me to switch scenes so you can show that?
Yeah, go ahead. So for EVGA power supplies, if you do plan on picking up the Founders Edition, we will be making this cable here. Yes,
Yeah.
this cable available separately. I don't know if you can see this too well. This is basically one 12-pin, so this is what plugs into the FE card here, Founders Edition card, and this is two 8-pins that plug directly into the power supply. So it just looks a lot cleaner. You don't need to use an adapter to go off of your power supply, and this will work only with EVGA power supplies. Just keep that in mind. It is fully individually sleeved black, and it does come with some cable combs as well.
Yep.
So this will be available in the near future. White version, no plans for any other colors at this moment, but if there is demand, we may look at it. So a lot of people asking about release windows. So the XC3 models, the air-cooled XC3 and the FTW3 models will be available first. Again, starting this month, and then the others will follow pretty shortly. It's not going to be like last generation where it's significantly longer for the Kingpin and other models. They are they're coming in pretty close, but it's too early to say exactly when they'll land. The Kingpin card you may have seen. If you follow Kingpin on his Instagram, he posted a picture of the actual Kingpin card. We actually do have cards even today, which is a lot quicker than usual. Prices and prices. I don't have pricing just yet, but if you saw the NVIDIA press release or announcement, they did talk about some of the pricing that you'll see this at.
It wasn't just an announcement, Jacob. It was a welcome invitation to Jensen's home.
Yeah,
I, for one,
from
was
his
glad to
kitchen.
get it.
His kitchen with a lot of spatulas and cards hidden in every oven and behind every vase. I thought it was actually a really great press release or press release.
I like to
video
imagine.
launch.
I like to imagine that's how your house is. Just graphics cards coming out of every nook and cranny.
Yeah, it feels like that sometimes.
I mean, that's just what it's like in this industry. You just reach behind something, and then boom, there's a graphics card. Like, well, I would not over here on my desk. I just have a bunch of stuff.
So talking a little bit about just the card in general, it's significantly faster than what we had last generation. So for those of you guys, in fact, the 3090 NVIDIA is even talking about 8K gaming, which is pretty unbelievable because we actually have tried 8K gaming today on like today's hardware, and it is far from anything even remotely playable. So the fact that 8K gaming actually is playable in some way, shape, or form is actually pretty remarkable. Normal retailers on launch day. Yep, the normal retailers that you see EVGA products, you should be able to start seeing availability. That'll be, all the e-tailers, retailers, EVGA.com as well is included in there. All right, so I saw a question about ICX3. So we can talk a little bit about ICX3. So if you're not familiar with ICX3, well, actually, when we launched ICX, the first iteration of it, it was a pretty remarkable redesign when it comes to cooling. We have sensors across the entire PCB that are monitoring not only your GPU temperatures, but your memory temperatures, your VRM temperatures. And all three of these fans are all controlled independently. So if your VRM heats up, the fan that is closest proximity to the VRM will spin faster, or if the memory gets a little bit hotter, the fan that's closest proximity to the memory will spin up a little faster. So it helps keep not only the GPU but the entire card in check.
Cooling where you need it the most.
Yes, cooling where you need it, when and where you need it the most. So there actually is quite a few redesigns on the actual cooler itself. If you go to evga.com/ICX3, you can see some of the new designs that we've done to help lower the temperatures overall, and it has to do everything with heat pipes to a new mounting mechanism for the GPU itself. If you notice on the back side of the card, you'll see like this retention bracket, and that's to allow enough pressure to be put on the GPU to make even better contact with the GPU, improve GPU temperature. The other thing we on the FTW3 we The center fan, you'll notice it's shifted downward about 10 millimeters. This helps improve the overall heat dissipation of the card itself, just improving cooling overall. And actually, we have a chart on here which can show you ICX3 versus ICX2. So you can see there's actually quite a bit of improvements, not only in the temperature being lower, but also the noise level is also reduced as well with ICX3. We're also using a new fan bearing on these cards, which helps reduce the fan noise even further, especially when the fans spin up and spin down. It does have the 0 dB technology, so that when the card is idle, then the fans don't even turn on. So that is pretty much ICX3 in a nutshell. There's a lot more to it than just this, but that's kind of top level of it. Oh, the last thing I want to mention is the real-time wattage monitoring, which is pretty cool. So for the FTW3 card, so you can see there's 3 8-pins on there. For the FTW3 card, there's actually a hardware module on the card itself to be able to monitor the the power usage of the card. So you can use EVGA Precision, and you can see in real time exactly how much power is being used on the card. So it'll show you in wattage, in watts, how much that is. And yeah, that's kind of the 30 series launch.
A brief overview. You can find out all this information. Well, you can find out the information in depth at evga.com. Pretty much front and center. So, I mean, we saw questions about a couple of things like, what's the length of the card for small cases? Can we talk about that?
Yeah. So if we're talking the XC3, it's about 11.2 inches long, and the FTW3 is about 11.8 inches long, somewhere around there. I saw some questions about availability again and pre-orders. So there is no plans for pre-orders at this time. The cards will just go in stock later this month when the availability starts, on or around the 17th for the 3080 and the 24th for the 3090.
What about our friends up north in Canada?
Should be around the same time frame there. Oh, the other thing I want to mention, somebody asked about the card slot. So the XC3 is 2.2 slots wide, and the FTW3 is 2.75 slots. However, you will notice that one thing we did different for this generation compared to last is they're all using a dual slot bracket. So if you have a chassis that can accommodate a larger card but only has dual slots, then those should fit as well. Can you share stock numbers? No, not yet. But I mean, the anticipation for this entire lineup is pretty high, as you can imagine. So yeah, it's hard to predict the availability right now, but definitely we do have product coming in towards the end of this month. It does have HDMI 2.1, and I don't have the exact time. Somebody asked about the time. Is it midnight, or I don't have the exact time yet, but as we get closer, we should be able to make that announcement. EVGA PowerLink, there's no plans for PowerLink for the 3000 series. However, I will say for the dual 8-pin models, PowerLink can work on those.
Very cool. Very cool.
Any chance for replacing the I/O bracket with the single slot one? Yes, it should. As long as you can find a single slot bracket that has those outputs. We're not planning on having one right now, but we may in the future. Then you can change it to a single slot.
Will we get notice 24 hours prior to sale? I do know if they hit auto notify on the site when it goes up, does it notify them the moment it goes in stock?
Yeah, so the cards you'll notice are not on the EVGA, if you go to the product section, you won't find any of these cards here yet, but they will be up there before the official launch where you can hit the notify button and then you will get a notification once they go live.
At that point, it's good luck to you.
Yep. And did I miss anything? The other thing I want to mention is about SLI. So these cards use a new NVLink connector, and EVGA will have a SLI bridge as well. The 3090 is the only card that has SLI. Will HDMI 10.1 be 10-bit selectable? It does support 2.1, HDMI 2.1. I imagine that you will be able to select 10-bit color in the control panel, although I don't have a 2.1 monitor to test it, unfortunately. But I don't see any reason why you can't select 10-bit color.
Being a lot of redundant questions in the chat here. It's like these we answered already. You gotta pay attention, people. Gotta pay attention.
A lot of people asking about Step Up. I don't have any news on Step Up yet, but generally Step Up goes live when the general availability of the card happens. So keep an eye out for that. Any plans for cards under 10.5 inches? Not currently on these models. Can it play Flight Simulator?
I don't know.
That's a great question.
I have
would
got
love
that.
to know.
I have one of my friends. He's a huge flight sim guy. He's been playing. I think he's been playing it nonstop since it came out. I think he thinks he's actually a pilot at this point, and he's been bugging me about 30 series and what will it do for his game. And you know what? We're gonna find out.
Your new LG isn't 2.1. No, the LG 27G and 950 is not HDMI 2.1. I can't do it over DisplayPort though. 144 Hertz 4K over DisplayPort, no problem, because it does support DSC, which you do need in order to push that much bandwidth. If I can play 8K on a 3090, if I can play games at 8K on a 3090, I certainly hope I can play Flight Simulator.
Oh goodness, I'm already thinking like, do I have to get new monitors? Jeez, I just started like really liking my ultra wide. Now I need another one.
Suggested power supplies. So for the 3080 and 3090, we recommend a 750 watt power supply. For the 3070, a 650 watt power supply. Yep. Yeah, 144 hertz at 4K is pretty amazing, I will say, for sure. But you need a lot of, you need some GPU horsepower in order to push 144 frames per second. Trust me. But I think these can do it.
Yeah.
All right.
But again, a lot of your questions, if you go to evga.com, you can check it out there. I mean, it's pretty much what we got so far.
Yeah, we do need more HDMI 2.1 monitors. So for next-gen consoles, if you want to do 144 hertz 4K, you must have an HDMI 2.0 display. I really wish they would use DisplayPort, but that's all right. So, yeah, that we do need more HDMI 2.1 monitors. So I think I answered most that I can right now. I saw a lot of questions about pricing. We're not quite ready to reveal pricing yet, but again, if you watch the Jensen keynote, then you can kind of get some hints on where the pricing was gonna land around there. Don't leave us. We're not going anywhere.
Oh, we got a whole hour left. Or
We do?
30, well, we got 30 minutes left.
Do you need 3 8-pin power cables? Do you need it? Is a tough question to say. Is it recommended? I would certainly recommend it. EVGA spatulas? Do we need EVGA spatulas, Joe? Well, somebody suggested it, so. Marketing is on it, he said. All right. I can't see the chat.
I don't know, give me a sec here.
All right. What are you doing?
I mean, first off, we got a message here.
All right. Okay. Let's see. So yeah. So that's a lot of talking from me.
Yep.
That's a lot of talking from me. Let's hear you guys now.
Wait, more questions?
No, will there be any accessories we can purchase? I mean, outside of the stuff that we talked about today, which is water blocks and the power cable, which has disappeared. Oh, here it is, the 12-pin power cable. No other accessories right now. Please talk about water block availability. Not quite ready to talk about availability on water blocks just yet, but it is coming. No plans for a new power link. And 3080, oh yeah, the 3080 has 10 gigs of RAM, and the 3090 has 24 gigs. 24 gigs.
That's a lot of gigs of RAM.
That's a lot.
That's
That's more than most people's system memory. All right, the next thing I want to show you guys, check this out. In case you were asking about performance, NVIDIA put up a video.
Look at all of them awards.
Doom Eternal.
Look at all that.
Doom Eternal. This is Doom Eternal on a 2080 Ti. So you can see it's like 80, right? This is 4K max settings, 80 frames per second. Check out a 3080. From 80 frames to like, look at that, 170 frames I saw right there.
That's a lot of frames.
So this is
a lot of FIPS.
This is 4K so here's a side-by-side 2080 versus 2080 Ti versus 3080.
Yeah, that's like a 50 frame difference at times.
Yeah, it's like sometimes you see it. You're seeing it almost double, which is pretty remarkable. 70% performance difference. So can it run Flight Simulator? If it can play Doom at 180 frames per second at 4K, then I think Flight Simulator should be okay. I think we'll be okay. Crisis, we can finally play you.
Nothing can play Crisis though.
It's the year 2020. We can finally
I
play Crisis.
I don't know. I don't think we're ready for Crisis yet.
Well, you know they initially announced the Crisis remastered, so now we got to start all over.
We got to wait another 100 years.
We got to start all over. We just got to play Crisis 1, and now we have to wait again to play Crisis remastered. Yeah, so I am extremely excited about these cards, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are as well.
Yep.
So, yeah, that should be good.
I mean, I'm excited for 30 series. I mean, I got a couple of upgrades I got to make on my side too.
I've been waiting my whole life for this moment. The moment that I can play Flight Simulator at 4K. And
I've been finally waiting to play Crisis, and now you're telling me they're remastering? I gotta wait again?
Ever since I was a young boy playing Mario, I always wanted to play 4K 60 frames per second maximum settings, and now
just like Nintendo Power promised so many years ago.
We could finally do it.
Yep.
So, somebody asking about Europe stock. So we are planning, for US and Europe to have stock availability around that time frame.
You're gonna have to release a new Street Fighter for Peter. I mean, yeah, they need to release a new Street Fighter anyway, just because 5 it could be better.
Well, EVGA still sell the 2000 series. Yep, the 2000 series is still going. We still got the 2060, the excellent 2060 KO, which is a great card for the money. How much faster is Kingpin versus? Oh, it's gone. This chat's going so fast. All right. I won't believe any benchmarks till we see. Yep, you'll see plenty of reviews pretty soon. I know of that. That's all right. Is the XC3 going to have RGB? So the XC3 card, the lettering is on the EVGA logo on the side and also on the back. The XC3 are 2x8 pins. Yes, correct. Yeah, the Kingpin card is designed for overclocking. And I saw somebody, a comment somewhere that said, "Hey, that Kingpin card looks so casual," but trust me.
Oh, that is not a casual
underneath
card.
That heatsink is nothing casual about that card. You will see more soon. On that
card is not meant for Roblox.
No.
Although you could use it to play Roblox if you chose to.
Yes. Don't choose to do that.
Don't choose to play Roblox.
All right. So did I talk enough about 30 series?
That's always the $10 million question. I mean, we could be answering questions here all day.
I say we skip over the joy of MS Painting because.
All right, your call.
Yeah, it's already 30. There will never be enough. Okay, we'll keep going. Another 30 minutes. We'll just if we see questions come in, what fans come on the. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention about the hybrid cards. There actually is something new on the hybrid cards as well, which we didn't really show or talk about. The hybrid, so the radiator I already mentioned is a 360 and a 240. The FTW model has RGB fans on the radiator, which can be controlled in EVGA Precision.
That's cool.
Which is pretty cool.
On the hybrid, right?
Yes, the FTW3 hybrid.
Did you ever think that maybe, as a PC enthusiast community, we've gone a little too far with the RGB?
I feel that every day, but
then again, at the same time, perhaps we haven't gone far enough. We haven't really pushed the limits. What if the whole case was RGB? Just like one big solid block of light.
Yeah.
And then it just rotated through colors. Could you imagine?
Imagine that. Wow.
This obelisk of light coming through the corner of your eye.
You need a PCI E slot, a dedicated RGB PCI E slot. It's a big block of RGB.
RGB to outshine the sun. Finally, a weapon to exceed Metal Gear.
Yes, it's ARGB. But you can turn off all the RGB lighting, of course, if you prefer that. It still looks great without all the lighting on there as well. What is the recommended power supply for overclocking the 3080? So I said the minimum is a 750. However, if you're doing like if you have a high-end system or you're doing heavy overclocking, then I would recommend really looking at it 850 watt. All right, so you want to switch back?
Sure.
When can we expect the 3000 series product pages with specs? Very soon.
Very soon.
We are putting the final touches on those, and then I would expect you to see them within probably the next week or so.
Aside from the RGB, what are the technical differences between the XC3 and the FTW3? That's a good one.
Okay. So the FTW3 is better or
Gooder.
better in a few different ways. It has an extra 8-pin power connector on there. So that's one. It has the ICX sensors, so you can monitor your memory and VRM temperatures. That's the other. It also has a fan header on there. On the actual card itself, an RGB fan header that you can plug an RGB fan into and can also control from EVGA Precision. It also has dual BIOSes, and it has a higher power target as well, so improved overclocking. And
Well,
yeah.
3090 Kingpin requires special membership to purchase. I think he's referring to when we did the original Kingpin card.
Yeah.
EVGA
We
Elite
haven't
members got
determined-
first crack at it.
Yeah, that we haven't determined yet, but we'll have more news on that in the future. Will you update the EVGA streaming PC to 3080, 3090? Why is that even a question?
Of course we will.
That will,
The beast will become even beastlier.
That is, yes, that will happen immediately.
More beast for your buck. That was terrible. So EVGA Elite membership should be fine. Huh? I mean, you guys should be EVGA Elite members anyway. I mean, I think most of you qualify. You just don't even know it yet.
Yeah, that is true.
Y'all can be Elite members, join associate code, start earning EVGA bucks right now.
You have to install software to turn off RGB. The only thing you have to install is EVGA Precision. All right, you ready to do this?
I am so ready. Are you ready for me to switch over?
Yes.
All right, let's do this thing.
All right, we're gonna play Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1+2. Just came out yesterday. But we'll continue to answer questions as you guys put them in the chat there. Just so you know, we are not playing on a 3080 or 3090, unfortunately, but
Can you talk about the Hydro 3090, please?
I'm sure we will be
That's
soon.
the card I am interested in. What's your question of the 3090 Hydro? How great it is?
What's the question?
No, he just said like he wants you to talk more about the 3090 Hydro. What do you want us to say?
Oh,
What questions you got? Wow, that really looks like Tony Hawk.
yeah. Here's a key tip. If you go into the video settings here, there is a hidden quality section right here. Shadow quality highest. It absolutely destroys your frame rate. But you can do it.
That's a good tip. That's a good
You lose
tip.
like 50% of your frame rate. But on a 2080 Ti at 1080p, it's no problem. So did you play Tony Hawk?
I played Tony Hawk 3 on PC quite a bit. But no, I was never very good at it.
All right. You ready for the secret word?
Oh, we should do the secret word. Before you say it, you should probably enter it in.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Let me do that.
Boom. There you go.
Okay. Secret word is exactly how it's going to show on the screen. Oops. Wrong button. Here. There you go.
Okay, so let's move on over to the thing. Secret word to win a Z10 RGB keyboard is RTX 30. So go to evga.com/EVGA weekly, enter in secret word RTX 30, and you will be entered to win a Z10 RGB keyboard. You turn on the music a bit. You got it. That's one of the strengths of this new command center of mine. I have access to all this stuff now.
He has access to all the things.
All the things are within my grasp.
So,
I'd like to thank myself for the idea. It was a good idea, if I must say so. I said, you know what? I should have command over everything. I just needed a bigger desk for it.
Let me see if I could do the 900. Nope. Wrong button.
Nice try.
So yeah, evj.com/live giveaway. The secret word is RTX 30, all one word.
And for everyone whose this stream is your first time, which we have a few first timers here, all you gotta do is go to evga.com/evga weekly. Be logged into your EVGA account, and you will see the tab for the secret word. Enter in the secret word after being logged into your evga.com and evga.com account, and you will be entered to win a Z10 RGB keyboard. If you're lucky enough to win, we will send you an email, and yeah, that's how you know. And usually at the end of the show, we will reveal the winner.
Somebody asked about trim kits. So there's no plans for trim kits like we had last gen, but you know, if there's, if people want it, that may be something we look at. Oh, come on.
Jeez! I decked you.
Will you be able to get power adapters? If you're talking about power adapters for the FE card, those will be available separately in the very near future. Wow.
So that's a good question. So on the subject of trim kits, if they wanted, you said to let us know. How should they let us know?
Certainly on our social media channels, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, those ones we watch pretty closely. So, you know, if it's something that we see, or our forums, EVGA forums.
I will show pity upon you, Bill Smith. When can we start taking orders? Do we know, like, ballpark when that's going to happen?
Start taking what? What's that?
Taking orders for 3060.
So you'll start to see 3080 and 3090, of both of them available this month. 3080 will be available first, around the 17th, and 3090 around the 24th.
There you go, guys. So get ready. Be sure to get a good night's sleep before and wake up extra early.
Yeah.
Because
somebody asked about
there will be quite a few people waiting for that.
So FTW3 power connectors, it has 3 8-pin power connectors.
3 8-pin.
3 of those bad boys are on there. It's a fast card, man. So am I ready to play multiplayer yet?
Well, first you have to defeat your true enemy of the game, that guy in the cart doing wheelies. Looks like he's in it for you, man. He doesn't even care about patrolling anything. He just wants to deck you again. But yeah, I think you're ready for multiplayer.
I will say that I used to play. My favorite level was. I'll show you.
All right.
Any plans on a new EVGA Mini ITX Mobile anytime soon? Funny you mentioned that. We are talking about possibly revisiting that in the near future. This was my favorite level.
I better not be that
one?
warehouse level. I'm so sick of seeing
not
that
the
warehouse
warehouse
level. So sick of that level.
I remember playing this level so much. You know what's funny is it seems like it has like a lot of the original music.
Yeah. Now, my concern is that because it has a lot of the original music and a lot of these older artists probably haven't cut new deals with all the streaming services, is there just going to be like a mass muting of people on Twitch and YouTube?
Probably.
Yeah.
What? Power supply recommended for the FTW3 is a 750 watt power supply.
Which you can get at EVGA.com in various different flavors.
Let me see if I could do the 900 again.
Will I be able to run a 3080 with my EVGA?
Nope.
EVGA 750 watt bronze semi-modular.
There we go. Oh yeah. What was the question?
It sounded like you were saying no to all of that. Will I be able to run a 3080 with my EVGA 750 watt bronze semi-modular?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, there you go. Because while I was asking you that, you were going, nope, no, of course not. What a dumb question.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Yeah, no, you can do it. You can do it, brother.
I was displaying my disgust at not being able to pull off the 900.
Don't worry, the disgust was palpable and it's shared by all. Would an 850 watt and i9 9900K be okay for best or a 3090? Yes. Yeah, of course.
For sure. I saw somebody ask about that, the 10th gen. Yeah. I mean, even a 9th gen Intel CPU. Whoa, look at that. Oh man. That was.
Oof.
That was some sweet moves there that I did not pull off.
Can you explain what the step-up program is?
Step-up program, all right. So the step-up program is an EVGA program that if you buy a graphics card and then something new comes out within 90 days, and if it's available on the step-up program, then you are able to upgrade to that card and only pay the difference in price. So you get the full credit of whatever you paid for on your card. You can get that full credit towards the new one. So it's a great program when new stuff comes out.
Yes.
So you,
EVGA's
just
got
need to
your
be,
back.
you do need to be within 90 days, so just got to keep that in mind. All right, am I ready for multiplayer now?
I think you are. Let's do this thing.
All right, let's see how badly I get destroyed. EVGA.com/EVGA Weekly. How's our poll doing, by the way? We do have a poll.
Yeah, let's take a look at the poll.
We're asking you, what are you guys upgrading to?
Are you upgrading? So
You can vote at EVGA.com/EVGA Weekly. And 3080 looks like a pretty popular choice there.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. But in the meantime, you guys can be entered to win a Z10 RGB keyboard. All you gotta do is go to EVGA.com/EVGA Weekly, be logged into your EVGA account, and enter in the secret word RTX30, and you will be entered to win a Z10 RGB keyboard.
All right, so it's the combo challenge.
I see you and your Tony Hawk clones all going at it in this warehouse. Did you lose already? I wasn't even like.
No, it hasn't started yet.
Is there a battle royale mode in this?
No.
Oh.
The first one to reach the combo score wins, so we have to reach 100,000.
Right.
I am not on my way to getting
You're not up to a good start.
No. Okay, that...
Oh, no, you had the lead for a second there.
Okay.
Wow, that was easy
was
come,
fast.
easy go.
There's always somebody, like I've played a few multiplayer matches, there's always like one or two guys who completely destroy everyone. You know they've been playing this game nonstop for like 20 years.
Do you think I need to upgrade my 7700K if I buy a 3080?
7700K?
Yeah.
I think you can still do with a 7700K, especially if you overclock it. A lot of it's going to depend on the resolution you play at as well. If you're in more GPU bottleneck situations, like 4K for example, you'll definitely see a benefit there.
Will the FTW3 come with a 3 8-pin splitter? 3-way 8-pin splitter?
No. I mean, it just takes 3 8-pins from your power supply, so you do need to make sure you have a power supply that has 3 8-pins. Oh, that was pretty good.
When are we gonna see the left guy play something? Thinking about it.
Yeah, when's that gonna happen?
Now, here I have.
He does have a name. I hope you know.
No, I'm good with the left guy for now. I have a plethora of control options here. So I mean, he's got the game controller, which is so blasé. I've got my arcade stick, which I play play the Street Fighter on there. Got the arcade stick. I've got my graphics tablet here. So can I control any of this? Like I can control your camera a little bit with this.
Oh wow, do some of that. Oh god,
right.
this is making me. This is making me sick.
I got mad camera skills right here, man.
Gosh,
Your skating skills is my canvas. Oh.
Hey, you're messing up my multiplayer game.
You're messing your own multiplayer game. And I also have this. My little DJ controller. I don't know if we could hook this up to any games yet, but maybe we can do some scratching on well, I scratch while you grind.
Oh gosh. I think I'd be dead by now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Tony.
Yes, apologize to the Hawk.
Watch this. You ready?
I'm
No,
ready. I'm ready.
Not that. Not that. I meant this.
Okay, go it. Go it.
Okay, not that either. And not that.
Apologize to Tony Hawk yet again.
I do like this wall, the wall
Yeah,
jump.
just wall jumping like your Mega Man X over there.
This is probably the most unrealistic skating game ever, but it's a lot of fun though. I don't think skating is anything like this, but I could be wrong.
I mean, most skaters would probably be dead if they pulled the stuff you're trying to pull. especially after you eat it on the ground a bunch of times. Our giveaway this week is an EVGA Z10 RGB keyboard. Go to evga.com/EVJ Weekly and enter today. For now, you only got 13 minutes.
Next round. What place did I get on that? I didn't even see.
I think you were at like 5th.
That doesn't sound very good.
No, it didn't, but you know. What we expected, no less.
Combo Mambo again.
Can you overclock the GPU if you have the recommended PSU? I don't know.
Sure.
Go for it. Why not?
I will say that we are building an EVJ Precision right now for these cards, which will have some new stuff in it, which I'm pretty excited about. One feature in particular, but I don't want to talk about it yet.
Everything is unrealistic these days. In COD, in COD, you need 60 rounds to kill someone. Yeah, I miss the days when games were super realistic, like when Super Mario grabbed the mushroom and he grew to be huge and he fought the dragon on the bridge. That's what I remember. Realistic games like that.
Okay, here we go. You ready for the big jump?
Oh man, get ready for this.
Okay, you ready?
All right. Ah, nice! Yeah! That was a hot jump, man. That was a hot jump. Take that, trash can. No one likes your style. Remember our old friend, the guy in the security cart?
Okay, here we go. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm preemptively
Okay,
ready
that
for this.
wasn't it.
Ah, yeah, I was ready for that already.
Again.
All right, here we go again.
That
Here we go.
wasn't it
No,
either.
no, not
I
it.
think it's down first. Okay, let's try
Come
this
on,
again.
give that wall the business. Give it the business.
Nope.
I have not hit the business
That
button
wasn't
in
it.
like
Here we go.
in like half a year
Dang.
now.
What am I doing wrong here? Okay, that's not it either.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna do this. There we go. Booyah. Give me
Nice.
that business button.
Like cha-ching, cha-ching. You did it, man. Finally. That only took like 6 tries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still counts.
I'm sure the crowd is going well. Okay, that's what I'm expecting right there. That was par right there.
Peter is one of those friends that roasts his boys when they fail. Yeah, that about sums up Peter.
Yeah, I mean, you know. I'm a joy at parties. What can I say?
I feel like I'm doing really good, but when I look at the leaderboards, I'm like, man, I'm not very good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, what about it? No, that's it.
Still 5th place after all that. Hello from North Pole, Alaska. Wow. How's it like overclocking up there?
It's probably really good.
Yeah.
But then again, what about their power? Like, do they?
know.
I mean, what powers Alaska?
You don't even need air cooling. You don't even need water cooling.
Just go out. You know what? I had a friend from Canada, right? And the thing with Canadians is they're very similar to normal humans, but just a little bit different. Did you know they don't use freezers for their ice cream? They just throw it outside.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
I mean, right? Peter, Jacob was given the business last night. No, I was there, and I saw our friend Devin just carry him. Oh, no, you're talking about last night. Oh, that's his own thing. Who cares about that?
What's that?
No, nothing.
Score challenge.
People from Canada.
Let's see how fast I lose. Watch.
Outside can be too cold for freezer stuff. That's incredible. So you guys use your freezer to warm things up? That's why I say they're like normal humans, but a little different. Lied
Wow.
about the ice cream. No, that is not a lie. I saw that before. I saw someone just bury their ice cream in the snow out back. So maybe that was just one person doing that I assume the whole country does. But
You can watch Jacob. Yeah, so that's my Twitch account. But last night I was having some issues crashing, so I think I've narrowed down the problem, so it should be okay now.
they use the freezer when it's too cold outside. It's like, yeah, they use their freezers as microwaves. I mean, like I said, they're just a little bit different up there.
Oh, graffiti. Okay, this one's kind of fun.
What do you got?
You have to I think you have to grind on stuff or do tricks on stuff, and then you basically own that. So everyone has a different color.
Oh. Yeah. There's other game modes that do something similar to that. That's pretty cool. Where Yeah, where you take ownage of
Yeah.
property.
So when I do this,
So now no one can
see?
use that.
So
Yeah.
now it's green. But if they do a trick on it that's better, I think they can take it.
Oh, okay.
And no, not like.
Wow.
Do you think that would hurt?
Yes. Will the 3090 benefit from PCI 4 or 5?
From what?
PCI 4.0 or 5.0? Would 3090 benefit from it?
So, 5.0.
That's what he said, or that's what he asked.
So I think he means 4.0. So these cards, that's
Well,
one
he
of the
said
new-
4.0 and 5.0.
One of these new one of the features of the new cards is PCI Express 4.0. So PCI Express 4.0 is obviously more PCI Express bandwidth than 3.0. So, you know, we'll have to see how it looks in the benchmark comparison, but I would imagine just that the difference today will be not that great. PCI Express 3.0 is still a ton of bandwidth, and it should be more than enough, but you know, we'll see once the benchmarks come out if it does make a difference at all.
Peter, my cousin was stationed up there. He ran a water tube outside and buried it in the tundra for his water cooler since he always had the heat on. My goodness.
Wait, I can go inside?
Go inside and do tricks in there and they'll never know. I mean, if you could actually go inside,
Yeah.
like, you manage to
the
turn
door's
around.
open over there.
Find out what's the secrets inside.
I did it.
Oh my god.
Nothing's claimed in here.
No, claim everything in here. This school is yours. San Dimas High School football rules.
Okay, I'm not.
Yeah, but you're not really taking advantage of your discovery here. Oh no, I think someone found you and your secret spot. Quick, go to the lunchroom.
Wait, what's in here? Oh, wow, look at all this for the taking.
That could have all been yours. Oh, this whole pool is yours.
Oh, I could have had all this. All right, next time I'll remember this.
Use it to your advantage. A lot of people don't seem to go in here. Yeah, you got wall bouncing down, but what you need to do is you need to do more tricks, and not hit the ground so much.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's just my casual observation.
Wait, is it going to be graffiti again? No.
Combo challenge.
Combo challenge. Okay, yeah, hitting the ground is
I mean,
not good.
I think you owe a letter to Tony Hawk after this.
Yeah, Tony Hawk, if you're watching, I'm very sorry.
I'm sure he is. And he too has questions about 30 series. No doubt.
Price points we'll have very soon.
Oh, I saw someone ask a question. What's the comparison between a 3080 and a 1080 Ti? Good question.
Huge.
Huge. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, from a 3080 to a 1080 Ti, that's an enormous jump in performance.
When will EVGA have price points out? Soon. Soon.
What? Gosh.
Man, J-Dog got you before. Couldn't even do nothing, man. Couldn't even do nothing. Is Tony Hawk a PC gamer, I wonder? I have absolutely no doubt that he is 100% PC gamer. I base that on no information whatsoever. How about 760 to 3080? I can answer that one. Huge.
A GTX 7 or from a GTX 760 to a
3080?
3080?
Barely sizable.
That's a small performance upgrade.
It would be worth the upgrade, though.
So again, evg.com/RTX30. What am I supposed to do here? Trick attack.
So we'll pick us a winner after you inevitably lose this.
Don't worry, I got this.
You got this? You got 5 on this? All right. So the games begin. So you're in 5th place right now. How about 1070 Ti to 3080? I'm sure the performance difference is greater than 1080 to 30.
Booyah.
Peter is so supportive. You know what? It is my support that keeps this train a-chugging. Chugging along. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm still only in 4th place.
Yeah, good job. You jumped from 5th to 4th. Now, if you double your score, you can make 3rd.
Messed that one up. And that one.
That's what I come.
Is
That's why I come every morning.
Is my GTX 1050 better than a 3090?
Probably not. But to be fair to your 1050, and in all honesty to the 3090, the memories you made on that 1050 are priceless.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah. No amount of money will ever change that, and you remember that.
Oh, can I jump on that basketball hoop?
Can you dunk on that?
I don't know. I'm going up there.
He's mad. Up. Oh. Ooh.
Ouch.
I mean, it's like we all saw that coming, but there was nothing
Yes.
we could do to stop it.
Too late. There we go.
What are the benefits of buying an EVGA RTX 3080 over a Founders Edition 3080? Well, first and foremost, I thank you for it. I think you'd be a good friend of mine if you did that. But technically, I'm not really sure. But if you want to make me happy...
What about a Voodoo Extreme GPU versus a 3090 SLI? The Voodoo might be a little bit faster in Doom.
Peter and I will be friends. We're already friends. But there's a ranking system and a hierarchy based on points, and easiest way to earn points is little things like that. Little things like that.
All right. We're getting down to the final minutes here. EVGA.com/live giveaway. The secret word is RTX 30. What's the warranty going to be on the new cards? Just like previous 3 years, which is upgradable as well once you register it.
Sleep over at Peter's house. Well, we play a lot of Street Fighter, and there's a lot of smack talk. So if you can't hang with that, then at least bring, like, pizza or something. What is that link again? EVGA.com/EVGA Weekly. Enter now. You've got a few more minutes before we give away the Z10 RGB keyboard. Go to EVGA.com/EVGA Weekly. Enter in the secret word RTX 30, and you will be entered to win the Z10 RGB keyboard. And if you're fortunate to win, we will send you an email, and you let us know what kind of switches you want. We've got blue and brown.
Wow, that was quick.
You lost already? I couldn't even finish my spiel pitch, and
Yeah.
you already lost?
What happened to Modrig's moment? We still do it. Not today, though. We spent too much time talking about 30 series.
Yep.
But there can never be too much time talking about 30 series.
Which is better, brown or blue switches, everyone? That is a preference question.
I prefer brown, but
I prefer blue. I like everyone to know that I'm typing.
yes.
Everyone needs to know that I have something important to say, and I
What?
say that with my keys.
A lot of people are like, oh, it's graffiti mode again.
Oh man, he totally has that whole pool ready. Only used membrane. Okay, I used to be one of those
Oh my
people that
gosh,
didn't
horrible.
understand the difference. I didn't care for the difference between membrane and mechanical, but honestly, once you go mechanical, it is so hard to go back to membrane.
membrane just feels mushy and gross.
Like, yeah, if you like membrane, then, hey, you know what? More power to you. But once you go mechanical, and once you get used to mechanical, if you go back on membrane, you will feel like, oh my god, this keyboard just feels broken. Loud clicks make you a better gamer. That's darn right. Any hints about guests on the next 6-hour stream? Stay tuned.
Oh, I do want to mention about a game bundle also on the 30 series. So if you buy a 3080, 3090, or 3070, you also qualify for Watch Dogs game bundle, which also has RTX. And I think comes out like pretty soon, doesn't it? Did you ever play the Watch Dogs games, Peter?
No, actually, I haven't. I'm not big on open world games. I'm just too many choices.
I played a lot
Too
of
many
Watch Dogs 1 and less of Watch Dogs 2, but I still like both those. If I don't get this graffiti,
You know, I was weird with that. Like I played Skyrim, right? Like I never played Skyrim before, and I loaded it up. No, not Skyrim. Elder Scrolls. The one with Patrick Stewart in it. Anyway, I loaded it up. I made my character. I went through the opening dungeon, and I got outside, and like the map says, just go somewhere. I open up the map. It's absolutely huge, and I was like, oh yeah, Oblivion. I was like, I don't know what to do. And there's too many choices here. Although I say that I did end up playing Fallout 3 afterwards, so eventually I got over my overwhelming.
second place.
Well, there you go. You know what? Second place is first for losers, so that's what you get.
All right. Now, on that note, you ready?
I am ready.
Is EVGA still making 2060 cards? Yes.
CLC for every kill? Well, he didn't kill anyone, so nobody gets any CLC.
I saw somebody on Twitter, because I mentioned on Twitter that I was playing this game, and somebody was like, why are you playing that game? It doesn't have any guns. That's a good point. But
see, at least you're opening your opening your horizons to play games other than that which you just shoot things.
I only play games that have guns or skateboards in them.
Well, okay, I was gonna say you might want to try a game where you deliver packages through a broken.
Does it have skateboards in it?
It has motorcycles.
That's not a skateboard.
Actually, no, it does have a skateboard. You just don't get to ride on it.
Okay, that don't.
And it's a hoverboard, so it's cooler.
Yeah, that don't count. All right, you ready?
I am ready. So, this is for the Z10 RGB keyboard. Who do we have as this week's winner?
Hit it.
Okay, so the winner is Breakneck Genie. Congratulations, you are the winner of the Z10 RGB keyboard. Congratulations. We are going to send you an email, and you let us know what switches you want, and we'll have that out to you shortly.
Yes. Shortly.
Yes, but yeah, we got the Watch Dogs bundle coming up with 30 series, so keep an eye out for that. Also, we've got a special guest next week. It is our friends at the Trail Chasers podcast. So looking forward to hanging out with those guys. If you guys have any questions about little RC cars and the things we do? No, not that. That was last week's. But and we also have I'll let Freeman talk about this one.
What's that?
I mean, what you're doing right now.
Oh. So we're gonna try something new here. We're gonna raid. We're gonna try one of these Twitch raids for those of you on Twitch. If you're not on Twitch, then I think it just ends. But we're gonna raid one of our friends from who was on our last stream. You guys may remember him. And Peter did a tap dance. Something.
Oh yeah, I danced all over him.
Yeah,
danced all over him. So when you guys go over, we're sending you over to Big Cheese. You tell him Peter sent you. Peter remembers. Peter's coming for you.
Yeah.
He'll know what I'm talking about. He'll know what I'm talking about.
Will he?
Yeah, he will.
Let's see. I have to do it.
Once you get a taste of this badness, you don't forget it.
Okay. But before I do that, I have to log in here. So you can talk some more, Peter.
Okay, so as I stretch for
talking.
yes, we do have if Peter sends his regard, send him a message, an offer he can't refuse, and he will never forget. We do have a special 6-hour stream coming up. We got some guests too, and this is going to be really, really cool. Can't say too much about it. It's in the works, but as you might have noticed, me and Freeman, we've got headsets on now. And one of the reasons why is because in one of our upcoming shows, we are going to have a lot of guests at once, all talking to you guys. And we had to come up with some pretty intense ways of setting this room up. It keeps changing. Like every time we do one of these big shows, like the room evolves again. And this will be one of the biggest evolutions of this stream media room that we've had yet. And I'm really excited for it. We've been working on this for like the past month now. So really looking forward to sharing that with you guys.
Yep. Where's the chat? What am I missing here, Peter?
Oh,
Here. My bad.
there you go. Now you got expanded.
All right. You ready?
Those Astros with the EVGA badge. Yes, thank you to our friends at Astro Gaming for hooking us up with these EVGA Weekly custom headsets. Very cool.
Yep. All right. So I think we're out of here now.
All right, so again, send Big Cheese my regards.
Yeah.
Let him know that I'm coming for him.
Let him know Peter the cheater is coming for him.
I'm coming for him. I'm going to finish what I started.
All right, guys.
All right, so hey, thanks for checking us out, and we will catch you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Now that is a big bad guy.
PlayStation.
But no, it was a lot of fun, man. Shout out to EVGA. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for the love. Well, like I said, guys, welcome to my stream. My name is Big Cheese KIT from the Bay Area, Tampa. I'm glad you guys are here. And I'm dead. Okay, cool. Nah,